After less than a month on the job, the interim U.S. attorney for the Southern District of New York has stepped down. Danielle Sassoon is accusing the Department of Justice of quid pro quo after she refused to drop the corruption charges against Mayor Eric Adams. Good Day's Robert Moses live outside Gracie Mansion trying to get to the bottom of this thing. Robert, what can you tell us?
Dan, it's hard to overstate how extraordinary this resignation is, and then the subsequent war of words back and forth between a top Justice Department official and this one-time acting U.S. attorney for the Southern District who just simply would not go along with his demands. That woman we're talking about, Danielle Sassoon, the acting U.S. attorney for the Southern District of New York, at one point hardly a liberal Democrat. She is a registered Republican. President Donald Trump himself appointed her. She at one point clerked for the one-time conservative Supreme Court Justice Antonin Scalia. She's a member of the Federalist Society, a conservative legal group. You get the idea. But after the acting Deputy Attorney General Emil Bove, who has represented President Donald Trump in the past, told Sassoon to drop the case against Mayor Eric Adams, she had had enough. She tendered her resignation, and Bove then accepted it. And then 5 officials who work in the public integrity section of the Justice Department in Washington also resigned. In her 8-page letter to the new Attorney General Pam Bondi, Sassoon wrote, "Rather than be rewarded, Adams's advocacy should be called out for what it is, an improper offer of immigration enforcement assistance in exchange for a dismissal of his case." Now, the mayor's attorney, Alex Spiro, denies any kind of quid pro quo here. In a letter responding to Sassoon, Bove wrote, "In no valid sense do you uphold the Constitution by disobeying direct orders implementing the policy of a duly elected president, and anyone romanticizing that behavior does a disservice to the nature of this work and the public's perception of our efforts." Really extraordinary back and forth here. So where does all of this leave the mayor? Well, criminally, it looks like he's in the clear. Politically, that's harder to tell. The only person who has the power to remove him from office is Governor Kathy Hochul. She spoke last night on MSNBC, and she did not rule out using her power.
As governor, I also represent the city. These are my constituents as well. I'm going to make sure they're protected here. So if this just happened, I need some time to process this and figure out the right approach.
So as she processes and tries to figure out, in her words, the right approach, the mayor is expected to speak more today. We'll have to wait and see what he has to say. All along, though, he has been adamant in denying any wrongdoing. He'll have to convince New York City voters that he deserves another term at City Hall, with the Democratic primary looming in about 4.5 months. We're live at Gracie Mansion this morning. Dan, back to you.
All right, Robert, thank you very much.